Hey there, I'm Mr. Big Chris, and this is Servo. Yeah, she's my little buddy right now. Well, I haven't been making any exercise videos because I haven't been exercising. I got really sick. We filmed last Thursday, and then when I got done, we started early Thursday, like at 10 o'clock. Then when we got done training with Kamala, I came home and I was working out in the garage, and I got some stairs that go up to the top. There's a loft up there. I pulled them steps down, and I thought I got dust in my nose and stuff, and I just started getting really sick. And but that wasn't the problem. I was just getting really sick. I got a really bad chest cold, and I still got it, if you can hear it. And Friday I tried to get better, and it was so disappointing because I was supposed to go to this Model Rama RC airplane show over in Dayton, Ohio for 2 days. It was Friday and Saturday. So I didn't go Friday thinking I could make it on Saturday, but I just got worse. And I got some antibiotics and basically just laid in bed and sat in my chair and just tried to get better. But the main thing I didn't do was overeat, because I don't want to go backwards. So even though I haven't done any exercise, I've been very careful about the amount of food I've eaten. I haven't really been too particular about what I ate. I just wanted to make sure that I didn't start eating a bunch of food while I was sick. So I would basically just go until my stomach got empty, and then I'd eat a little bit. So that's where I am on the food, and it's all right. Today's May 1st, and that's been, I started getting sick Thursday. I was going to leave Thursday afternoon to go to that show, and that's when I was trying to load my truck up, and that's why I was out in the garage. I was going to load up my truck and put a bunch of stuff in there, and I did load it up. And then I just decided, hey, I'm just not gonna be able to make it tomorrow. I was gonna have to basically leave here at 1 o'clock in the morning to be there to drive 4.5 hours over to Dayton. And so I decided not to go. And then Friday I realized that I'm too sick. I went and got some medication and antibiotics and stuff like that. And so I just laid around in bed all weekend and stuff like that. And now I'm supposed to go on another trip. I do feel a lot better now. I felt a little bit better yesterday, and I feel a little bit better today, but I still don't have hardly any energy. When I get up and I work for about 5 or 10 minutes, I just want to go back to bed. Yeah, that's pretty crazy, isn't it? So, I've been doing really good. Like I said, last year, I quit my job last year on July 18th. And I made a lot of mistakes when I quit. The day I quit, I thought, man, I'm going to start exercising tomorrow. I'm going to start riding my bike. And I had just worked like 80 hours a week for 15 years, and I was just so tired and sleepy. And I also weighed about 460 pounds, so I didn't, I just thought, well, I'm just going to relax for a couple of weeks and, get some sleep and stuff like that. And I just ended up not doing anything. I mean, time can really get away from you when you don't, you need to really plan stuff and, go through with it, because next thing you know, you've done blown it. And what happened to me was I ended up getting a UTI, and where I worked at, I was an owner operator, so I sold my truck, and and a couple of months later, they called and said they really need some help, wanted to know if I wanted to be a company driver, and I'm like, yeah, okay, that sounds like a good deal. I'd been unproductive, and I thought, man, at least if I went back to work, I'd be doing something. Well, so I agreed to go back on a certain date. It was on a Friday. I was going to start back work, and the day before, I didn't know what was wrong with me, but what I had was I began a severe UTI, and man, it put me down. And where I went, I didn't really like the shift they put me on, but I was going to do it anyway. I mean, they wanted me to come to work at 5 o'clock I've been working there 10 years, and I'd been on day shift for 9 of those 10 years, basically. So they wanted me to come back on night shift at 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Well, I didn't throw a fit about it. I was just going to do it, and I figured it would change. But I got this UTI, and I couldn't go to work. So I just called and told them I wasn't going to come to work because they would just think I was, I don't know. They probably would have believed me, but I just felt like they would think that, he's not coming back because he don't like the shift that they gave him. So I didn't go back to work, and I had this UTI, and I got some meds, and they worked pretty good. Then I lost, I got dry mouth. I got cotton mouth. I couldn't do nothing to fix it. And this UTI just lingered on. And to make a long story short, I went about 4 months until Christmas. And I lost 50 or 60 pounds sitting in my chair. Because when I had that cotton mouth, that UTI, man, I just didn't feel like eating. So I just quit eating. And, I would take bites of food every day, but not a whole lot. I didn't want to eat anything. Yeah, my puppies are wrestling down there. And so around Christmas time, I went down to my mom's house, and I was doing some work to my boat, and that was the first time I'd got up and done anything in months, and I didn't even realize I'd lost 50 pounds or so. I didn't even know. I hadn't been weighing myself, just living in denial, misery, whatever you want to call it. I just being an idiot. And but on the way back, I drove back up here on New Year's night. So I left Paducah, Kentucky about 7 or 8 o'clock at night. When I live in Weirton, West Virginia. I'm only about 25 miles from Pittsburgh. It's just right over there. And on the way back up here, right before I got to Elizabethtown, I felt my mouth get wet. And I'd had cotton mouth, dry mouth for months. And it just started working again on the way back up here. That's pretty neat. So I was excited about that. And then my appetite started coming back. I started feeling better. I started doing a little bit more work around the house. Went back down to my mom's. Had to go pick up a motor for my boat. And I was a couple 100 miles away. I bought it at Ed's marine store in Salina, Tennessee. So I drove from Paducah over there, got my motor. I got a 21-foot Carolina skiff. I got a 115 Mercury. And, I started working outside again. Well, I came back up here, and about 6 weeks ago, me and my girlfriend, we decided to go stop by the Millsop Community Center here in Weirton. They got a great big building down there. They got a ginormous pool. It's not the size of an Olympic pool, but man, it's big. And so we went in there, and my girlfriend started talking to this lady, and she said, she's like, well, I'll give you a tour, and I'm also a trainer here. And I said, well, would you be interested in training me? I'd love to have a trainer. And she said, yeah. And I told her what was going on. I told her that I had really, that my appetite was coming back. And I had weighed myself 6 weeks ago, and I knew I was down about 50 pounds, and I knew I didn't want to gain that back, and I didn't want to go back. So what Camilla doesn't know is that I really hadn't been doing any exercise. I was, so if you go back and watch my first exercise video, when I got an orange shirt, this very orange shirt on, I was struggling bad. I used the wrong camera. It was in vertical view, like, for TikTok. And so I used it was an Insta360 X4. And, I thought it was a camera for that. And what I ended up doing was, I'm like, okay, I'm going to abandon this camera because I've got an Insta360 Ace Pro. And I got that camera out and going, and then the Ace 2 was out, and they said the Ace 2 was really good for low lighting and stuff like that. And I really didn't know how to edit videos, and I still don't, and I'm still learning. So what I ended up doing was I ordered an Ace Pro 2, and that's what I'm using now, is Ace Pro 2. And now I just got the Insta360 X5 in the mail yesterday, and I've been watching a bunch of videos. There's this real nice guy on TikTok, man. He's making videos on how to use that thing, and I'm going to get good with that camera. I'm going to learn a lot more about cameras. But I'm sorry I got away from my story. So Camilla started training me, and we made that first video like I was talking about, and the videos are getting better. And I've lost another 30 pounds. So, the last Tuesday when I weighed, I was like, I was 372 pounds. It was 171.4, I think. And I normally weigh every Tuesday, but I'm not going to weigh today. I probably weigh the same or maybe a couple pounds more. But I've been sick and haven't been exercising. So, but my main goal is that we have, me and her, we like making videos together. We get along. We're friends now. She really cares about me, and she's really wanting to help me. And if you watch the videos, man, she knows what she's talking about, And so I asked her, I'm like, would you be willing to go to 100 videos? I was like, I think I'd like to make 100 exercise videos, how to train a morbidly obese person. So I'm hoping maybe, we're on video 16, so we need to make like 84 more videos. And we're going to have some more interruptions, but we're doing 3 videos a week. We're supposed to be exercising Monday, Tuesday, and Friday. So I don't know how far down. That maybe go up into November, December, somewhere in there. But my goal is, like, last week I weighed 371.4, and I think that a realistic goal for me, and I would think would be a big win-win, would get down to 250. And if I could get down to 250, I would think I won the lottery. And I'll have some skin left over. You can tell up here I'm going to have a lot of skin. The main thing, if you watch the videos, you can really tell how much smaller I am after just 5 weeks, is that all this right here was way up here. And and she told me that this would drop down straight first before I would lose all this bulk, but I've lost a lot of. So if you go back and watch the first video and watch the last video that I just made, the last one I made Thursday, or even, the Monday and Tuesday videos, I am way smaller than. If you watch to the end of the videos, I'll put one in here. I'm going to put, the very first thing I'm going to put in this video is a weight loss picture from what I looked like last September 15th to about a week ago. I'll put that in there. And so I just thought I would come on here and make a video and say about what's going on. I got some big plans this summer. I'm going to ride. I'm into electric. I like regular bicycles and electric bicycles. I got a real nice electric bike, a Surly skid loader. It is a cargo bike for like delivering cargo in town. But the cargo this bike is hauling is this cargo right here. So I'm doing RAGBRAI this year, which is the last week of July. And I'm going to be riding 500 miles that week. And I'm going to be gone like 9 or 10 days. And I'm going to be bike camping from a bike. And I got a friend. It's called Adventures with Bane. You can go watch it. He's got amazing adventure videos. I mean, he's going to be one of the premier adventure bicycle people. I mean, his videos already are. They're just not as popular as other people's are, but they will be because he is a professional. He only wants to do a great job, whereas I'm more of a ham and egger. I'm just kind of happy-go-lucky. You know, I'm not his videos. He's putting so much thought into every second of his videos. So me and him are going to go. We're going to be riding together out there. And he might get tired of me and abandon me before the week is over, but who knows? You know what I mean? And I'm planning on riding on June 20th. I'm planning on riding the Allegheny Pass from Cumberland, Maryland to Pittsburgh. That's going to be 150 miles. And after the 9th, I'm planning on bike riding. I'm wanting to ride every day. I live here in Weirton, and we have the Panhandle Trail here. And the Panhandle Trail goes from Weirton. We're here on the Ohio River, and it goes all the way over to Carnegie. And it's 29 miles one way. So I'm wanting to start riding. You know, I'm wanting to ride at least 10 or more miles a day. But I'm going to ride that whole trail a few times, and I want to videotape all of it. And I'm wanting to figure out how to put 360 videos on YouTube. If anybody knows how to do that, send me a message. I'll even hire you to teach me how to do it. I met a guy the other day that knows how to do all this stuff, but he's not interested. I like, name your price, and you know, he didn't have anything to say. Let me see if I can get my puppy dogs to come over here. Hey. Hey, Servo, come here. Lipo. Come on. Come on, girl. We just took our dogs and got them shaved. Come here, boy. Lipo. Come here. Man, dogs. Come here. All right, this one's Lipo. He's like a Lipo battery. He's a sweet dog. Come on. Oh, there's the other one. Look here. And this one's Servo. The little one is Servo, like a servo on a RC car. Oh. Oh, I love these dogs. These dogs were born on May 25th, and they'll be a year old on May 25th, obviously. And they love their daddy. And the daddy loves them. So if you made it this far in the video, at least you got to see the puppies. Hey, I'll be making some other videos, and but they won't be exercise videos. You know, I'm going to make all kinds of videos besides exercise videos. I'm going to make I bought that new boat motor. I'm going to be breaking it in and stuff like that. So I apologize that my channel is going to jump around a little bit, but you know, that's what I want to do. You know, I mean, if you whatever you're into, if you don't, you know, I'm just struggling to find subscribers right now, and I'm very fortunate. I've gotten 22 subscribers the last few days, and that's pretty good. You know, this YouTube is a tough place to. You know, you can have really good videos. I'm not saying mine are, but, you know, there's over 100 million YouTube channels. So, you know, that's hard to do. All right. I'm going to tell you how it is. It's either going to get better or worse, and there's no in between. Glory lasts forever. Pain goes away. We'll see you later.